most durable in the world, as all of us we know that. In between the center stage is there, you must have noticed it. The height is 96 feet. The full height from down, from floor to up, it is 300 feet. They have kept this vegetation so alive. All of you know that this is 8 entrances are there. These doors too have been done from carving and everything from Burma only. We have sent the measurement and they have made it that we don't want anything from outside. And then there is a step from the lotus that you stay in the world but you are away from that. You all of you know that. I don't think we have to tell that. And then there is top of it, banana tree. The stem is there that teaches us that give the fruit at once only. And same way the bhikkhu, when they reach that stage, once only they get that and then they get enlightened. At the top of that the crystal is there. That is the symbol of that now you have got enlightened and you are free of the worldly miseries.
Ở đây sắp khánh từ dương có cảnh đi đập bay bà sắc xa có đôi chị bạn tôi một kia tôi bên đây được không? Đang thì ra đôi ra tôi có tôi vô đỏ phía bạn đang nói thang đi lại đi tôi thì mình sẽ còn tôi không sát nè qua ba bằng hai từ rồi quaสุดท้ายแต่เตะตรงแต่เดินอันในดอกสุดท้ายในขนมโฟลบอลธรรมดาหรือก็ธรรมะเช่นใดจะท้องในเรื่องของตรงนี้โดยบ้านของhaiถ้าที่นี่คือเชียมีเชื่อเป็นตัวพุทธศาสนาอันประเทียบเตียงเทียบในขนมประเทศที่นั้นแต่พุทธศาสนาบ้านรู้ลางวิ่งจากตั้งปีประเทศเดียบานกายสบายรัฐมหาราชตระนั่นแหละรัฐยืนกระพงเลยในสมุทรมหาราชตระเป็นเนี่ยการพุทธศาสนาแบบที่เนี่ยมาน้อมในพุทธศาสนาเอาการลางวิ่งเราการบัตรกองมาเติมการเดินต่อมาในชนะมาก่อนผมจะโดยกายสบายนั้นตามแต่ยังดังmáuคือđược lưu bột cả và bàn riêng trong hôm nay sắp nát một bò thì sao sắp nát mình đâu có sự to bằng nặng không phải tiếng nó chỉ vẫn làm bây giờ không được sạch sẽ tôi phải dòi được trái có bàn từ tua dòng này đây đi cái lấy đi làm gì muốn ai của bạn sẽ làm bàn từ stone thì làm vì mò sạch điều này
Adya Vajo Homi Since the dawn of humanity, monuments have been erected all over the world, embodying the essence of civilizations, like pages in history. Devotion and gratitude. "26 centuries ago, an extraordinary event took place in India. Prince Siddhartha Gautama became the Buddha, the Enlightened One. He started traveling through the towns and villages of northern India, teaching the way to liberation from suffering, setting in motion the wheel of Dharma, spread far and wide, bringing happiness wherever it went. In the years after the Buddha passed away, it was to help spread the noble teachings beyond India. For that, he sent ambassadors of Dharma to nearby countries. There, it took root and flourished. Wherever people benefited from the Dharma, they built structures on the model of those in India, expressing their gratitude and devotion. These were based mostly on the shape of the ancient Sanchi Stupa, constructed by Emperor Ashoka, but the exterior design varied according to the different cultures. A few were modeled on the Mahabodhi temple in Bodh Gaya, where the Buddha had attained enlightenment. But while the light of Dharma began to shine brightly in many countries, slowly it faded in India. The teaching became polluted, corrupted, forgotten, until it disappeared from the land of its origin. Here the wheel of Dharma had been set in motion, only to grind to a halt. Today in India, the Buddha is still held in respect, but most Indians believe him to be just another figure in the Hindu pantheon. People have a clouded view of this greatest son of India, and they are unaware of the universal Dhamma he discovered and taught to others. Neighboring countries, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia and Laos preserved the Buddhist scriptures in the Pali Tipitaka. This enabled the entire world, from ancient times until today, to get to know the words of the Buddha. But Myanmar preserved not only the words, it preserved the practical essence of Buddha's teaching. A chain of teachers kept alive the practice of Vipassana meditation in its pure form. Among the shining examples are the Venerable Webu Sayadaw, and before him, the Venerable Lady Sayadaw, who opened the gate for all householders to come and practice Dhamma and Vipassana. He appointed his brilliant lay disciple, Sayataji, to be a teacher. One of Sayataji's foremost students was Sayaji U Ba Khin, who paved the way for Dharma to spread all over the world, far beyond the borders of Myanmar. A traditional belief was handed down in the countries of Southeast Asia. 25 centuries after the Buddha, the Dharma would return to India, the land of its origin, and spread from there around the world. The great Vipassana meditation master, Sayaji U Ba Khin, had a deep volition to help this prediction come true. He strongly felt the debt of gratitude owed by Myanmar to India for the jewel of Dharma. Sayaji authorized his Dharma son, Satyanarayan Goenka, as a Vipassana teacher, to carry the message of Dharma back to India. Inspired by Sayaji's vision, S.N. Goenka devoted his life to fulfilling this noble mission and started teaching Vipassana meditation in India and many other countries. Today, this Dharma mission has entered a new phase. An extraordinary monument, the global Vipassana Pagoda, has been constructed in India, the birthland of the Enlightened One. This magnificent structure will be a beacon of Dharma, a lighthouse, dispelling the darkness of ignorance around the world. The global Vipassana Pagoda is a symbol of gratitude to the country of Myanmar. For centuries to come, it will stand as a reminder that when the teaching was lost to India, Myanmar preserved it. The ancient stupas in Myanmar were built in the shape of Sanchi Stupa, in homage to India. Today in India, the global Vipassana Pagoda is built in the shape of the famous Shwedagon Pagoda, in homage to Myanmar. The global Vipassana Pagoda is an expression of gratitude to the Buddha, to the wonderful Dharma he introduced to humanity, and to the chain of teachers who preserve the Dhamma in its pristine purity. It is also an expression of gratitude to Sayaji U Ba Khin, whose strong Dhamma volition caused the teaching to be sent back to India and from there to start spreading around the world. The site chosen for the global Vipassana Pagoda is a suburb of Mumbai, the most populous city and the commercial and tourist capital of this country of 1 billion people. Hundreds of thousands of Indians and foreign visitors will visit the pagoda. The huge monument is surrounded by a wide platform with the capacity for 10,000 visitors. On the northern and southern sides, 2 additional smaller pagodas have been constructed. The global Vipassana Pagoda is one of the most ambitious structures ever to be built. It is the world's largest stone to be constructed of stone. Unsupported by any pillar, the 97-meter diameter dome is an engineering marvel. The heavy stones were skillfully placed, interlocking into one another to form a gigantic hollow dome structure. Tens of thousands of stones were used to create this immense monument. Thousands of trucks brought the stones from the quarries miles away. The heavy stones were carefully cut to size and were adjusted by hand to fit the elaborate design. This demanding task of construction was performed by hundreds of skilled workers. In February 2009, a crowd of thousands gathered for the inauguration of the global Vipassana Pagoda. A giant crystal and a flag encrusted with gems were raised to the summit. Within the domed hall below, Goenkaji explained the Dharma in the same simple, moving words he has always used. Soon afterwards, Goenkaji gave the first Dharma discourse within the completed structure. Attending the event were President Pratibha Patil and other dignitaries from India and neighboring countries, as well as meditators from around the world. They were drawn to honor the teaching of the Buddha, now represented by this soaring monument. This unique project is more than a monument to the memory of past greatness. The imposing gilded exterior will definitely attract attention, but the interior is purely functional. Inside the pagoda is a large meditation hall where thousands of people can practice the Buddha's teaching of Vipassana meditation together. One of Sayagyi U Ba Khin's major innovations was to make a pagoda a functional part of a meditation center. At the heart of U Ba Khin's meditation center in Yangon is a hollow pagoda lined with cells. This demonstrates his belief that practicing Dharma through Vipassana meditation is the best way to honor the Buddha and experience his teaching. Similar pagodas are used for meditation in the Vipassana centers in India and other countries, where this technique is being taught by S.N. Goenka in the tradition of U Ba Khin. All who come to these modern-day Chetya halls have the opportunity to practice the Dhamma in its original form and to advance towards liberation. Global Vipassana Pagoda will also serve as a Dharma museum and a center for learning, with facilities including libraries, multimedia presentations, and a gallery. The gallery houses remarkable paintings about the Buddha's life story and his teachings. Genuine relics of Gautama the Buddha were donated for the Global Pagoda by the Mahabodhi Society of India. The authentic relics are enshrined in the pagoda, preserved for generations to come. Followers of the Buddha all over the world naturally feel respect and gratitude to India as the homeland of the Buddha and first source of the Dhamma. The Global Vipassana Pagoda is funded solely by voluntary donations. It presents a rare opportunity to earn merits by supporting a noble project, one that is bound to become a symbol of the second Buddha Sasana. While the world today is afflicted with the maladies of hatred, anxiety, and fear, this living representation of the Buddha's heritage will promote peace, harmony, and tolerance for all humanity.
शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि